Brownstone nights, my people wait. Cash in the jar, little for grace. Shorty on the stoop with a big dream. Mama may steal out of hard things. I got that calm with the loud stains. Brooklyn walk, don't need a backdrop. Every scar turn into gold. I hold that line, never fall.
Tell me who gon' check this shine. I built this from the red line. Every block know this face. I came up, took my place. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worse. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise. For Flatbush, I step in clean. Tim's on the floor, mean machine. My word got weight, no acting. I move that room with no caption. Block to the bridge, I'm that man. Palm full of plans, I ain't clad. Mine's on mine when I speak up. Cold on the mic, I don't need luck. I seen the rain hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt. Now they lean in when I talk. Like every line got a spark. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worth. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise.
Yeah, Brownstone nights, my people wait. Cash in the jar, little for grace. Shorty on the stoop with a big dream. Mama may steal out of hard things. I got that calm with the loud stains. Brooklyn walk, don't need a backdrop. Every scar turn into gold. I hold that line, never fall.
Tell me who gon' check this shine. I built this from the red line. Every block know this face. I came up, took my place. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make
So, Master
it
P.
worse. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise. For Flatbush, I step in clean. Tim's on the floor, mean machine. My word got weight, no acting. I move that room with no caption. Block to the bridge, I'm that man. Palm full of plans, I ain't clad. Mine's on mine when I speak up. Cold on the mic, I don't need luck. I seen the rain hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt.
Scott Free is going live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
People, sorry for the delay. Sorry. Little technical difficulties, but we here. We are here. Can I hear my background music? Yes, I can. People, appreciate you. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Morning Show. I am your man himself, L. Scott. You will eventually are going to see that name on the screen again. People used to be up there. I promise you it was. People, on today's episode, I've been putting this off all week because other things jumped in front of it because I'm an emotional podcaster, meaning if some shit is on, stop cussing so much over here. If something is on my heart, I am going to have to talk about it and get it out. And sometimes it takes a few hours to do that. So, but I did want to give it just due. The conversation I wanted to say about this is because people, we're going to watch not even 8 months, 6 months, 8 months later, we're going to see something that is going to blow black people's mind. I fear may be coming. But we'll get there. I promise you we will. I appreciate everybody that's in the room today. Give me a hello. Give me a hi. I appreciate you for showing up. Hit the like button. Share the live, people. We're going to get into this. And if you are new here, you say, what does this be talking about? Look, people, I promise you, the stuff that we talk here can be very serious. It can be very heavy at times. But all the same, it is stuff that is needed, and we do it with a little bit of humor at times. We do. I promise you, it's not gonna be all straight hell. I promise you. But anyways, with that being said, we got a couple different things we're gonna talk about first. Things first, we talk about things that's in my timeline again for the people who don't know. If you are on TikTok watching, unfortunately, I cannot show you the videos or set images that I will be playing. But if you are on YouTube, you can do so. Now, again, for my people who are coming in, let me get my homework out the way. I promise you, then we're going to dive right into the show. For the people on YouTube who are watching on 300 Radio right now, that is the platform. That platform is changing. That platform name will be changing very soon. So, again, if you come over, if you see a notification, for the love of God, they don't send them out. But if they do so happen to send you one and you say, what the fuck is this? And you see my face or something remotely close to it, and you see radio in it, it'll be me. That's what it is. So come on back. It's the same platform. I promise you. But we'll get into another time. We'll talk about it at the end of the show if need be. All right, people. Onward and forward. Let's go. People, on today's episode, I got a couple different things. Shout out to Fatherhood. If he on here yet, I can't see the chat just yet. I'll see it in a second. Shout out to Fatherhood. Because he sent me a video that I wanted to cover. If you guys give me a moment of your time, I appreciate you for coming in. I want to cover it for a second, and then before we get into the main topic, and I'm sorry, I didn't even really address the main topic, but I promise you see it on the screen. It's Miss Lindsay. What's Miss Lindsay last name? I can't remember that. Miss Lindsay and Karmelo. We're going to talk about the differences that goes on with these two and how it is a blatantly, I don't want to give it away. So let's start here, but I want to shout out to Fatherhood because I want to play this video that this fella, young gangster Fatherhood put out here for me. I want to play this real quick, and I want to go ahead and let's react to this real quick because it's something. If you guys didn't catch, Master P made some comments about letting go of slavery. Now I have context on both sides because I like to be fair. And so, like I said, I want to hear this brother speak. I want to play it for you guys. Again, if you're on TikTok, you can't see it, but you will be able to hear it. YouTube, you can see it. So let's go, guys. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Let me replay it. Sorry about that, guys. I had to refresh.
So Master P came out and said that magically melanated, a.k.a. black people in the United States, need to stop harping on slavery. That ain't gonna help build the racial wealth gap. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's why I don't rock with cats like Master P or any of these celebrities. Because majority of them, especially if they magically melanated, aka black, they're not rocking with us. They're not. They're rocking with the system that's gonna keep, what's that video I saw? Keep serving them buttered biscuits off the preserve. That video was funny. But yeah. That's what he says. We got to quit harping on that because he don't harp on me. But I asked Master P, do you know about the Social Security Act of 1935?
Now, hold pause. Let me say this. Let me give you my conjecture before I let it run because I know y'all want to hear what I got to think anyway, right? Let me say this first. I didn't even set. I didn't even set the mood. Let's set the mood, guys. We got anything to set the fucking mood. As a matter of fact, let's bring some effervescence in the room. See, in here we are kind of refined chat. Okay, you refined, I'm refined. We drinking tea and spraying effervescence everywhere. We're gonna get this thing going. Yes. Now it feels like we're doing something. Okay. So now, let me say this about the. When I heard Master P make the statement, I did hear him make the statement. I did see it. I like to say this, again, I say this all the time. When you're going to make blanket statements to black people, if you're going to do it online, especially if you have a platform, I'm going to tell you, you may want to give full context and everything at that time because people will take it and go every which way. And I'm not saying that I agree with Master P at all. What I am saying is this. Clarify what you mean what you say. Also, too, I'm trying to be fair to Master P. I'm trying to be fair to say that I understand you want to look forward. I do. But I also know that I'm with this brother. Matter of fact, let him talk. I'm going to let him talk, and then we're going to come back.
The Wagner Act. We know about redlining. FICO
what's
scores,
up, Sugar?
how they were created. Remember when school and law school and college used to be free until we started going out there, you had to pay. Mm-hmm. You know about the Homestead Act that took millions and millions of acres away
Yep.
from magically melanated, aka black people?
Yep. Beautiful people.
Huh? Cause when I think about that, my dad was a sharecropper in Mississippi. That was a form of servitude. His dad, my granddad. So his granddad was enslaved. That's just 2-3 generations ago. But that's what he fixes his mouth to say.
And so, see, Master P, when you don't give full context, you see how he feels disrespected. And I'm going to say this. I say all the time, people who ride with me, who watch this show with me all the time, y'all know how I feel. I am unapologetic when it comes to black folks. So, yes, I'd rather we ride out on you and smash if you say something about the culture, because I need for people to walk on eggshells when they talking to us, talking about us, being near us. So I love his energy. Master P, again, I understand I think I understand what you're trying to say, that you're saying we need before. You know what kills me about what Master P said? That we need to use financial literacy to move forward. You never know nobody tell you what the fuck that means, really, right? You ever notice that nobody tells you that what we're going to do with this financial literacy when I got $2 to rub together? See, I don't like people making blanket statements. I don't want to be sold to. I don't know about you, but I have gotten beyond the point of I believe in any game, any scheme, any pyramid scheme, none of this stuff is real. All of it's a hustle. Everything is for me to lose. I think everybody should get to the point where you know that every time someone says, hey, you want to get this, no, you offer me something, it's something bad for me. I said this other day, I was in Costco. All up in Costco. You really need to get this Costco. It's something they keep trying to sell on me, and I keep thinking to myself, no. Sir, you spend this amount of hundreds of dollars here, you should be getting this, you'll be saving this. No, I'm not going to be saving something. I'm going to be spending more somehow. You've already broke this down psychologically. I'm not going to fall for your game. No. I get only what I need. That's where we're at. Anyways, let him finish. Shut up.
And also, every time we got a heads up, a hand up, and started building wealth,
here they come.
Our towns and institutions got burned down. It just wasn't Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Seneca Village, which is now Central Park, Vanport, Oregon, Benson, Alabama. I can go on and on now.
You see, it just,
Been here in Memphis. When we had started doing that, having amazing amounts of wealth and banks, they took the banks, took the money.
Paul, can I say something right there? I think I said this yesterday, but I want to expand upon it. Have y'all noticed something? Think about this when it comes to what he just said. Neighborhoods, towns, banks, institutions, grocery stores, gas stations, insurance companies, every facet of life, black folks was able to be self-efficient. Excuse me. Fast forward to today, we get shamed online by them same people who have openly admitted I smashed on all of it. And anytime you try to pick yourself up from there now, I'm going to smash on it again. And then I want to go deeper. Think about it deeper. Think about it this way. Why is it that everybody and their mama comes to our country, set up a neighborhood, little this, little that, little China, little Haiti, little Ethiopia, little this. There's always a little something here. Everybody gets out. They have whole institutions. Right up here in the Atlanta area, in the north of Atlanta, is a little place called Duluth. Duluth got this little area in there, the Asian area. I don't know if it's Korean. I don't know. I don't know what Chinese. I don't know, but I know that they're Asian because all the shit is written in like Mandarin and other stuff. It is. Their banks, everything. They have a part that they're allowed to come here and open up whole neighborhoods. Again, nigga, ask yourself, why is it you can't have one? And you've already shown that when you do it, you produce it at a high clip. If it's not about hatred, if it's not about you can't have it, then why is it everyone else can come do it, but you can't? If otherwise, we're going to run something through it. We're going to drop something in it. We're going to deprive something from it. We're going to eliminate something that you, every time it's going to be something like that. And then you say, why? Oh, I don't know. It's just happenstance.
Burned our towns down and flooded. People know about Lake Lanier, but that happened all over the country.
All over the fucking country.
But we're supposed to forget about that. When after slavery, it was illegal for us not to have a job.
Mm-hmm.
So they put us back in slavery. Black codes, remember that? Couldn't stand around looking for a job.
Convict
Couldn't
Lisa.
stand around talking to one another.
Yeah.
Come walk along the railroad track because they thought you were trying to leave.
Get up out of here.
You might owe somebody. You had to sign employment contracts, which put you right.
So let me cut him there. I'm gonna cut him right there, and I'm gonna say this because I don't want to take too long on it. But I will say this: what I agree with the young fella here. Shout out to that brother. I feel the same way you do because that's our family we talking about. So shout out to him because I feel the same way you do. But I will say this in Masterpiece's defense: I'm trying to be fair when it comes to it. And say this, brother, just expand upon what you're gonna say next time. I don't want to just dive out the window on you. But I just say, just expand yourself. Just say, hey, look, I get it. I know what we got going on right now. I know what we're suffering from. Because he said, Master P, I watched his little rebuttal clip. He said somebody, he's been teaching history. I said, what? Who you been teaching history to? But anyway, but if you've been teaching history, you know how it goes. So Master P, what we need to say is you need to expand upon it. Yes, I know the atrocities that are still happening from that day to day that are currently happening that these people have not repaired, and we need that repair now. Excuse me, I'm sorry. In addition to that, I want us to also tell you that we need to move forward financially wise and start thinking for ourselves on how we're going to rebuild this thing, but this time protecting it. See, that's a complete fucking thought. By saying it that way, but now you can say to people can't beat you up because you disrespecting the past, and people can also tell you that you thinking or you living in the future. Or you get what I'm saying. I make sense. Anyway, it's not just to me. I'm trying to be fair to the brother, but I also understand this brother. And if I had to choose either one or the other, I'm going with this brother, not Master P. Anyway, let's move on from here.
Switch that shit, Scott.
All right, so let's move on. People, I want to play something right here, right now. Let me see, which one do I want to play? Let me see, what do I want to play? All right, no, let's play this. Let's get this one, let's get this one out the way. This is a video right now, first things up right here, from talking about that thing everybody got in their arm in 2021. 2020, you know, the big C, right? So this video is basically saying, hey guys, don't just sit back and think it was, just Mr. Fitchy who did everything. They treated all you horrible. They sick the police on people. Remember they did do y'all remember when they did to Australia? Or was you aware? Or how they just rolled out on Australia like that? Australia had no rights because of that thing. And now to turn around today, y'all don't even wait 62 weeks, months, years to tell the truth. Back in the day, you at least waited 30, 40 years, like a generation would pass, and then you would tell the truth, where the next generation really don't care as much. Y'all motherfuckers telling each other 2 years later, yeah, we fucked y'all in the ass. We was stuffing y'all full of stuff that we don't even know what it is to this day. It was dogs and cats and other things we was getting to just with pew-pewing. They telling you all this stuff. That do you see the level of disrespect this is, or in their thing, the unmitigated gall to be this disrespectful just makes no sense to me. But we take it. But I want to play this. Hold on, let me see. Is there any audio to this? Let me see.
Hold it there! Hold the line! Hold the line!
Now this is overseas somewhere, but I think it's like the police is versus the people, and this is how they roughen them up. They're basically implying. Now remember, it won't just Mr. Fitchy. All these people was out here just basically gaffling you up like little robots. Side note, let me say this real quick. I'm sorry, guy, I had to say this. What if, you know that little, don't they give like psychological tests and shit to people who join the military, join the police force, stuff like that? Don't they do that? Like they give you they have to give you like a psychological breakdown. What if, and this, I don't mean this to be, because I know some people cooling the fan. I don't want to imply that they this. Never mind. I leave it alone. I don't even want to be disrespectful. I love the peoples. I love it. Oh, they out here like whooping up. Look, YouTube, you can see it. They out here whooping up on these people over a coal. I mean, just whooping up on them. Okay, enough. Move on from it. Move on. We know.
Switch that shit, Scott.
We know.
Inflation.
People, let me see if I can put this on the screen for y'all. I got to show y'all this if I can. So if you on TikTok, look at your screen real quick if you can. Scott Free, just look on your screen real quick. I'm trying to play this so you guys can see this. Hold on.
11 ounces.
Look at this.
12 ounces. Same price. Tropicana, what are you doing? Same price.
God damn it. It ain't up there.
An entire cardboard box.
Nope, it ain't.
For one milk dud.
160.
Look, I can't even show you videos, so I'm going to skip past it. But when I tell you the way these people are skimping on things, mind you, look, people, that means this video is basically breaking down. They're giving you less product and more prices. So you spending 3 times the... Look, I told people yesterday, I went to the grocery store yesterday, a fucking cucumber was $3 and some change. For one cucumber. Where the fuck they do that at? I said, get out of here. So no, I don't. Where are we in, baby? We're gonna do something about this.
It's so that when they draft you, you can't escape. Do you know that they just raised the age of the military? It used to be 35. After 35, you can't enlist, to 42. They also took away marijuana charges. If you have marijuana issues in your past, they'll let you get in. And they also have...
Ain't it amazing? How when they need you, they can always bend the rules, change the rules, fix shit instantly. Don't matter if we Democrat or Republican. Instantly, this shit go through. We needed it yesterday. Get it done. We need to get it done. You notice that? Like this right here in the military. You told people before, all of y'all had strict marijuana charge. Boom. It's a fucking plant. It's a plant out here. You told him some people trying to escape the hoods, things like this, to get out. Things you don't, can't do it. Can't take you, sir. Do you know some people's paths got altered in a way that it could have been better if they got out of certain situations? I'm not a fan of the military, but you get what I'm saying. I just don't like when you take options for us and then now I need you. So I'll bend the rules now. Fuck that. All this mess me said. What they ready to do, and she gonna say it. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna let this little white tea lady say it.
So much ice in the airports now? Huh. Do you want to know why? It's so that when they draft you for this pointless fucking PDF file war, you cannot escape. Let's think about it, right? And who do they always send to the front lines of these shitty bullshit fascist wars? Who do they send?
Tell them, girl.
They send black and brown men. That's who they send.
I don't know about them brown people, but black people are always going to the fucking military. We always in there. What's up, people? I appreciate you, everybody, for coming in. But everybody, we always going to the military. We always in the military over and over again. You want to know why? People need some money. They always using us. Do you realize they use us? This is how look. This is why I say I don't function like everybody else. This is how I look at things. You are marginalizing, imprisoning, breaking, flooding with drugs, poison, the whole 9. You doing all of this at one time to my people. Then make them get on your front line by giving them pennies on the dollar, sticking them with all kinds of vaccines and shit, testing shit on them. Yes, they do that to your military. Stick them out there. They load it down with the people who look just like you and me. Use them as shields. Then when they get back here, you put them right back on the block and subjugate them all over again. This makes no sense. Why we just can't say, nah, fuck that no more. I'm just built different. I don't want it. You can have it. What's an American dream if I got to live in that? Look, I think I heard it somewhere. I think it was it Krishnamurti? I don't know. But it's just basically talking about how, and I can't even say the phrase, but I will say it like this. It's basically saying we have a very sick society. Very sick society. Would you agree? I agree. I appreciate you. We have a very sick society, and knowing that we have a very sick society, you're out here prospering, thriving, killing the game. Everybody knows your name. Do you know how sick you got to fucking be then? Because I noticed most of the intelligent people, most of the people who should be thriving in this world, other people you never hear about. You're not going to hear about them. Some of the most influential people in my life that came along are people you will never hear from, see on TV or anything. And that they're way deeper, may expanded my mind way more. Way more. That ain't the word. I just disrespected those people. But then any philosopher I see on TV, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the conversation. Let's switch it up. Let's go.
Switch that shit, Scott.
And the reason why I want to switch that shit, Scott, the reason why I want to switch it is for this. That Lindsay, what's the lady like? Clancy or whatever her name is. This Lindsay lady, now look, if you've been living on the rock again, let me refresh people of what's been going on. This young whitey lady, privileged lady, married with a nanny. They say it was misdiagnosed for being bipolar, schizophrenic, or one of them things like that. But her doctors misdiagnosed her to the point to where one day she decided to tell her husband, hey, yo, can you go out for peanut butter and jelly? I don't know what she told him. That's me adding on to the story. But she asked him to leave for a little while because she needed a little time away, and he decided to leave. She decided to run the kids down and choke them, put hands on them around their throats and love them until there was nothing left to love. I'm trying to use my words carefully and not be disrespectful. So now she's on trial. Oh, excuse me. Then she decided to jump out the second story window. Bitch didn't die. She just paralyzed herself. Hey, that's some instant karma. That's where it is, ain't it? So now she's on trial. She's on trial. And she has gotten a band of supporters that look just like her. You know who they are? White tea women, which I've learned now are flat out crazy. Brothers, to deal with these women, what is wrong with you? You better get away from these people. I'm going to tell you why. Let me play one up here first. First things up. Here is the words of an OB-GYN. Talk about the OB-GYN. So there's a doctor right here, and she wants to send word out to Miss Lindsay. I want you people to hear this. Listen.
Hi, Lindsay. I'm Dr. Sterling. I don't even know if you're allowed to watch videos like this, if someone can show it to you. I don't know. But I want you to know that I believe you. From my perspective as an OB-GYN, I believe that you were over-functioning throughout your entire postpartum period. I am blown away by how hard you were working to get better, while also working as a mom. I've got 3 kids. I know how much work it is, even when you are mentally well. It's so hard to take.
Ms. Wright, well, shout out to my sister. Shout out, Ms. Wright. I appreciate you for the love. Beep, beep, beep. I'm going to do it like the people do. Beep, beep, hearts, whatever. I don't know how to do it. But I want to say this, Ms. Wright. I say it to you and any of my other fellow sisters in the room that's in the room. Taz down there, holler at your children. I want y'all to tell me this. If y'all have children at all, was it hard? You think it harder than you think it would have been a little easier if you had a nanny? Someone you can just say, I need to take a nap here. This is what I'm paying you for. You think that would have been easier? She's on medication. She was misdiagnosed. Do you know how many times black folks have been misdiagnosed? Black folks have been missed this, missed that, and basically y'all tell them tough, move on. I give you a class there. My grandfather fell to his death. I don't want to tell my family's business, but he fell to his death. And then instead of them people owing him because they had him in a shitty work environment, they basically made sure he signed off on never getting the rights to take care of his own business. And he could have probably made a fortune. That's how much these people love you. But this crazy woman, excuse my language, oops, I can't say that. I can't. I love TikTok shop. But let me say this. This lady right now is out here in support of this young lady because she has mental illness. Now, can I say something to you people? I am no asshole. Meaning, I understand context. I understand nuance. I understand that not everything is black and white. I am not judging this woman based upon she just being a white tea woman. This is what I am saying. This is the stance that I have 1,000%. I want Karmelo Anthony to be able to stand in front of us and say, I was getting bullied, which we know to be true. I was scared because they kept touching and putting their hands on me, which we all know to be true. And then he actually, when they all admitted, was grappling him up. He poked and ran away from somebody. Now, I want you to tell me how these same white tea women that were in my comment section, you horrible nigga, this boy needs to go to prison and never come out. He never needs to see the light of day ever again. I don't like him at all. But what about the compassion? He obviously was terrified for his life. That's no excuse. These are the things that I heard from these same people. And it ain't just them. It's not just them. It is the media. The media is carrying all of these bullshit stories. The media is taking these groups of hundreds and thousands of women that are so empathetic and sympathetic to this woman, and they keep showing you that. You want to know why? Because they keep changing these little NPC minds when they see it. They know what they're doing. Why is it that when the black person runs the story? I give you a classic example. I always say this. Diddy. No fan of Diddy, so this again, for context, I'm not a Diddy fan. What I'm saying is, why is it that TMZ knows every move, step down the road? They talk to the guy outside. They had everything. You ever notice that with our people, they have all things. With them, they can't seem to figure nothing. Everything changes. And in this situation, these crazy I can't keep saying this because God, I'm getting in trouble. These lovely ladies are outside complaining about how hard it is. And I think the thing that bothers my fucking spirit is because whether I saw a single mama black woman or a married woman, because I was raised in a two-parent household, raised across the street from two-parent household. Most of my friends were two-parent households. So I saw a lot of this. Got friends that were one-parent households. I saw the struggle from all sides. So I understand the struggle that black women have to go through that they ain't a lot of time have to do with the day-to-day stuff. She have to deal with your men on the day-to-day at work. We all know what that feels like. But yet and still, no one has ever stopped and took empathy to the point of anyone who put their hand around their babies. Now, can someone tell me in what world, what existence, what universe that this defense would hold up if this was a black person? Come on, let's be serious. Hit the like button, share the live. Oh yeah, I remember. Hey, look, I remember. Hey, what's going on, Kim? I appreciate you for. Hey, look, I remember when that girl went to jail for having her kids in the car. I remember you talking about the one she went on an interview, and she left her kid in the car, and they came back, and I was like, man, I've seen the most. Look, I talked about that one. Look, I talked about that one time a while back. Remember doing it? This was maybe about 10 years ago, maybe a little over 10 years ago. This was probably like 2013, 2014. Do y'all remember when them people kept leaving their kids in the car and they were burning up and they was putting them kids with life? Y'all remember that? I remember one story. It was a guy. He left his kid in the back seat of the car all day at work. I remember this. And I remember again, this is why I want you to say, this is the crazy stuff. They could care less about justice. It's always about fixing them and making sure they're always protected. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Now, all this happened. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I got to sneeze. Hold on. I couldn't get it to come out. All right. But, oh shit, what was I saying? God damn it, I lost my train of thought. Totally lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me though. But now, I just want people to know, man, when we watch this thing here, these women are delusional. They are allowed to be delusional. I don't want to hear any complaint about how oppressed they are. You're telling me a group of people is being able to be sympathized with on the news. They get on the news and they sympathize. Oh my God, Susie was just mental. Can I ask y'all something? Why is it every time I want to just get in front of the judge, I want to get in front of the police, I want to get in front of the president, and I want to say, hey, ain't nobody ever gonna say, why is it every time it's a white T person, every time we got to talk about mental health? Then when it's a black person, when you have admitted to it mentally harming me, crack epidemic, you told me I gave you a whole generation of messed up people. These people went through it. You don't not straight to the jail. I need you to get out of there. Eliminate them. That's how we fix it. Are you people crazy? I have no sympathy for people, because these people are out here caping. You out here caping for this? Get it. Just say this. This is this is what I'm gonna say. I am not an ogre. Let's be honest, okay? I look at it like this. I am not mean. I understand some people struggle with mental health. Oh, believe me, I've had my own struggles when you be thinking back, man, I can't go another day. I can't keep doing this shit. I've said this so many times myself, so I understand. And if I went through that, and I've had some moments, boy, you just feel like I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I can't. You know that feeling, so I understand. But also, too, I think where I stand and where I'm continue to stand is that I can't. That's unfortunate for you, because I can't give you that empathy because you don't give it to me. Oh, that seems unfair. No, it's not. It is the world that you have created for me and my family. Talking about you and me, we don't get empathy. These people, she was struggling with her mind. Man, she was struggling. I get it. Do you know how many people in jail? Did they talk about, man, don't mess with little John? That dude is mentally off. He's sitting right there in prison. They don't care. That's my point. When you start caring about my mental health as much as you worry about your people's mental health, as much as you worry about your people's neighborhood, worry about my neighborhood, whenever I become if I truly become a priority to this nation outside of us, then you're going to see me sit back and champion what the fuck you talking about. Up until then, I ain't got nothing to champion with you. I have nothing to be sitting back talking about, we ain't got nothing to kumbaya around. If someone attacked this nation, I know anything that rolled through here, you gonna side with them versus me. You ain't gonna be no situation you gonna roll with me. So why would I sit there and convince myself I got an ally with any of you? That last lady, don't talk to me and no brown people. I don't never see shit being hung from no trees. There's no brown folks. Every time we get to talking about stuff that is systematically happening, it ain't all of a sudden seem to skip the brown part and keep stuck to the black part the whole fucking time. Don't play me like I'm stupid. Hold on. Let's keep going.
They stole 12.5.
Hold on.
Did you ever in this visit see?
Hold on.
This is why. Damn, man. Wingstop them.
Wait a minute. Did I miss it? Hold on. Let me go back.
Stop thinking about these kids as people and think about them as ceramic.
This is the same. This is another one of them crazy ladies.
Vases for just 1 second for me, okay? To help me make this point, I want you to think of these kids as if they were very expensive ceramic vases in a museum. And instead of thinking about psychosis, we're going to think about epilepsy. So imagine that Lindsay is in a museum and she is a person with epilepsy. She was being treated by a doctor. She hadn't really.
So let me get this. Let me get this. Let me get this straight. So we have to concoct a make-believe story that fits the parameters of the things. So then it's supposed to justify her behavior. But you gave me all the parameters of what you wanted it to be. Where inside of this vase thing did somebody put their hands around their kid and eliminate them? You're going to say, that's not what I'm saying. It ain't going to matter what you're saying because I'm not listening to it. I'm doing what you're doing, ma'am. I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to this. 3 babies. This is what they say. Matter of fact, let me go deeper. What did they tell us about Karmelo Anthony when we said this little boy, give him some grace, this young fella made a mistake? You can tell he obviously made a mistake. He was terrified, obviously, these big mother. Obviously, all you said, man. You said all those things, remember? You remember, you just made all them big excuses for it. So now, all of a sudden, you want, in this story, the Metcalf is the girl, Lindsay. That would be the situation. Oh, no, excuse me. The babies in this story would be Metcalf in this situation. You see how the situation changes now? Now you don't care nothing about the babies. She done took the babies and turned them into vases. Let's make them some vases, okay? Make that. No, you want me to look at the story in a way so we can take one of you unaccountable bitches and then let you off. That's what you want. And I'm just sorry. I'm not rolling with that. I don't agree with that. Matter of fact, let's show you what we have to deal with. So let's get this straight. So we're basically saying we have a story where on this end, 3 babies, one of them she ran down, put her hands around their throat, snuffed them out, and then jumped off the second story window. Okay, that's one side. Okay, she get caught after she tried to do a pum and a self-pum. And then the self-pum didn't work. Justice, that's one. But then we go over to the mellow side. Remember when we said this story that you people are telling don't make no sense. This story don't make no sense. This story make no sense y'all trying to paint. Oh, he's such a violent little young boy. He's just doing that. This doesn't make any sense. It sounds like what they said. It sounds like this boy his hands got put on him. And in a state where he was told that he could actually defend himself, now he can't defend himself. And then you say, oh, this poor little kid, that he was just trying to get him out of his side. He just wanted to politely nudge him because he didn't have a track record of it. You know what's disgusting? If I can find the video, what's disgusting is you tried to paint a picture of a young fella, allegedly. Let's say it for the internet. Website's coming soon. You're trying to convince me that this young fella just deserves some compassion.
We just learned within maybe the last 10 minutes or so that the new judge assigned in the appeal of Karmelo Anthony has denied the request for a new trial. If you are not familiar with this case,
so he don't want him to have a new trial.
It has really been consumed. I want to quickly ask you, I am looking at an image of the order that is denied.
Grant the motion for new trial. He would have had to have found that there was supports a new trial.
Yeah, Keith, Karmelo Anthony was dressed in a suit and tie for this morning's hearing, which began with the defense arguing that efforts by the trial judge and prosecutors to combat threats and deal with disruptions actually prevented Anthony from getting an open and fair trial. But bombshell testimony came this afternoon from Anthony's trial attorney, Mike Howard, about Austin Metcalf's background report that was never presented to the jury. CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school, and in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest. During an argument, Karmelo Anthony was dressed in a suit and tie.
For all my regulars, hey, Miss Wright, I appreciate you again. Shookfoot, Kim, I appreciate you in here. Remember, I always talk about them white tea people come from Delusionalville. It's this far-off place that they want you to come and go to. And let's show you what Delusionalville means. So you live in a world where all of this fucking evidence of what motive could potentially be in a case that matches what physically happened in this situation, yet a judge who doesn't even want to grant another motion, another trial, saw fit to say, yeah, with the jury, yeah, all of them, yeah, seems 35 seems appropriate for this situation, being that they know that this young fella has his thought process. and that should be implemented into something, you know that should have been. I'm too busy. The lawyer's not gonna. I don't want to hear your fucking excuses. We're talking about a human's life. You keep wanting to talk about the Metcalf, the KKK. Remember the young killer, all the nickels, all the things. You want me to care about him, but you don't want me to care nothing about this young fella who had to feel the wrath of that boy's, him and his big ass brother. But yet and still, we turn around. It ain't even been a year. It is in the same calendar fucking year that those folks dived out the window on how justice was not even served because he need more. We'll turn around with these people, with this woman, and sit back and say, we need to think about her mental fucking health. This is why I say I pay no attention to when them folks say, talk, do, or acts of us in any form or fashion. Why am I paying attention to any of these people? This makes no sense to let any of these people dictate how I think and move, because they're not rational people. They're not sane. These women are not freaking sane. That's a child sitting in there. That boy ain't even developed all the way. That boy ran into a situation that should have never fucking happened if this kid had ever been checked before. They always want a whole context. I need full context. I need full context for someone. Man, I saw what happened at Black. We just need to know what happened 3 days before at that same spot. I need context. This is your context. You had I can't talk about him because I'm online. But you had a young fella who was not a friend to the culture that thought he had his God-given right to be able to do certain things to that young black boy and found out the hard way, unfortunately. But then it turn around and suppress, hide, instead of taking accountability. So why do you think the woman of that group takes no accountability? Because her man takes no accountability. Her children takes no accountability. Everybody's allowed to walk while we overly criminalize yours. I'm so sick and tired of these folks. I'm so sick and tired of sitting back having to listen to them make excuses for their bad behavior, and then I have to sit back and act like I ain't seeing what I can see. Yeah, well, maybe it ain't what I am saying. No, it is what the fuck you see. It's exactly what you see. It's everything you think, and it's everything you know. Let me stop. Hold on a second. Good Lord. This bothers my spirit, my people. I don't know why. It bothers me. Anyways, moving on. So my thing is, and I'm not even done with it. These are just some of the same people that just love on this lady. Who, right here.
I saw the Lindsay Clancy case, I thought, pretty cut and dry. She sent her husband on an errand and then killed her 3 children.
Listen.
Death penalty. And then I saw about half the women on the internet coming to her defense, and I thought, okay, is there something I'm missing here? So I asked my wife what she thought. And my wife, who's a very reasonable and rational woman, said, well, if you look at her diary entries, there's a reason why a lot of women can sympathize with the feeling of being overwhelmed or failing as a wife and a mother, because your hormones can go nuts after having kids.
Boom. I have to stop there. Black man, black woman, family. Has anybody ever give a damn about your feelings, your emotions, what throws you out of whack? Does anybody care that they say that black boys and black girls that are on probation right now since the age of 9 and 10 and 12 and 13, but you know that you stuff fucking food that ain't food in the culture all around them with Cheeto diets and everything else, as you overly police them, as you actually do things to harm them with chemtrails, and you got them sitting next to cancer places and all this other stuff going on. But you want me to sympathize with this woman's fucking hormones for doing something that all women seem to want to do, or a lot of them, give birth. I understand that there's things that y'all go through hormonally afterwards. Your husband has to deal with that. You have to deal with that. That is not an excuse to put your hands on your children. And for people to sit back and say that, well, she needed mental help, I understand it. Don't leave that woman with them children. It's just, and then you sit back and put that little boy, that's a baby. That boy's in prison with grown men. And these people have no empathy for him, no sympathy for him. They care nothing about him. They could care less that that man walk out of jail 50, 60 years old and know his entire life going. Listen, people, if you are in my 50-year-olds, my 40-year-olds, my people that are crossing over into that other side. You know that other side of life. I want you to stop and do something you probably haven't done in a long time or maybe never even stopped and thought about it all. When you play back all the memories of your 30s and your 20s and your teens and your kid years, nigga, that's your life. So if you get cut shut tomorrow, if they like something happened tomorrow and you had a chance to reflect, that was it. That's your life. All together. That's it. So I think I say this about this whole situation when I think about this lady. We all have the ups and downs that we have to go through. No one ever gives us sympathy at all as a group, as an individual. They have deprived our community of resources so bad where there's nowhere to work for us. And then shame you for using the safety net, the food stamps and the public assistance, then will shame you after you need the catch-all to help you because of the groups that decided to send all your jobs to other nations. Sounds like I don't care nothing about you. Sounds like they don't love nothing that you do for them. Sounds like I'm just gonna abuse them. You're in a very abusive relationship, and they keep telling you as they're abusing you, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Just do better. Mash the potatoes better. It's just, to me at this point, I'm not no. I did no. I can't do it with these people no more. I can't sit back with these folks and sit back and act like, well, we're not watching. It is happening. These people get treated so different. And I lead all the way up to this. If Karmelo Anthony got 35 years, what do you think Lindsay's gonna get? And should I feel outraged? Because I know I'm gonna be outraged. Because I have a sneaky fucking feeling her time will not be as harsh. If at all. I can see this is how much they love they women. Because remember something here, people. We're forgetting something too. Now they'll send old raggedy one of them to jail for a handful of months. They'll still give them a slap on the wrist, but they'll send one of them there. Get your little crystal meth, clean yourself up. Give her 2 years. Give her out of there. Just give her out. Let her out in 6 months. But this woman had a nanny, which means there's some level of wealth, privilege there. One thing I know about the United States system, the prison systems. Oh, white tea women with money don't go to prison. Oh, they don't go to prison. No, they don't. So to me, it's already landmarked if she goes. Secondly, if she don't go, would not shock me, but would tell me everything and keep confirming what I already believe. And I'm going to tell you why. And I know a lot of people saying this. It's impossible that she's going to get off it all for this. And maybe, I think I can see them sending her to a mental health institution. And I know a lot of people say that's impossible. And I'm going to tell you, it was been impossible 20 years ago. If it was 1999, it would have been impossible. Get that bitch. She got to go. She did too much. We got to do it. We was in the same fucking world. This world, no. See, y'all got to realize something. You want to know why things are getting worse? It's because you keep telling them it's okay to keep pushing me. What do I mean? The world is bending. They are attacking us. They're taking your food. We're not rioting in the streets. They've taken your water now. They're actively, at the moment, taking your water from you, clean up, and ready to put you on restrictions. Which means here comes another fucking bill that you can't afford to pay for. You didn't riot in the streets. They are doing things over and over again that they are telling you that they are orchestrating, potentially, allegedly. I heard this somewhere. I heard it. I don't even know it to be true. But what I'm telling you is, you better. Let me stay away from this because they be talking about misinformation. So let me stay away from that. But so in this world, yes, I can see them letting her off. I can see them giving you an excuse. Hey, it was her mental health. It was this guy. It was this. And then you know what? you're going to be angry. How about this? Karmelo's supposed to get this and you didn't do this, and we're going to do this. And then tomorrow, the next week, when they shut the lights off in another city like they do in Gary, Indiana, our energy is going to say, boop, and pivot the other way. And then she gets to walk her butt home. You know why they do that? Because they have figured it out. This is a game. This is when everything changed for them. When they figured out that these new niggas just whine, but they don't act. 91 blacks. LA County black, 91. That is the nigga that they said, okay, what do you guys need? We got to put some niggas up. Okay, we can't just talk. That was them. This whole, I'm going to live my life. This whole, I'm going to be a continental African, and I'm not going to, I saw this video today. Some idiot boy, that's black dude, but he's from Sweden, talking to his friends about how my mom's Swedish and my dad's is black. He was from somewhere. I think it was somewhere in Africa. He was like, this, that, and the third. And he was like, yes, I'm from Sweden. Yeah, I'm Swedish. Yeah, this way. He said, I met this black dude from America, and I asked him where his family from. He said, Michigan. And they laughed. He was like, nah, dude, no, not where your family, you were born. Where's your family? Dude was like, my family's been here in Michigan for years. He was like, this man don't even know he doesn't have a history. Nigga, what the fuck, what is this psyop that you people don't understand how the shit works? It's a global concept, nigga. If you are from here, so that's what you are. I am from here, that's what I am. What the fuck why is it all weird when you get what is wrong with you people? See, we lived in a world now they have figured out as long as you give them an excuse and a new topic to chase their attention with, you can get away with pretty much anything. I appreciate that, Brittany. I feel that way. I truly do. I know that they know now. We ain't trying to stop. Mind you, we whine. These people have sick the people who's supposed to protect and serve us. I don't want to say names. I don't say names. They sick them on us. They hunt us. I just saw another one today. And then after they hunt us, and there has to be some accountability, they have to then get the accountability from themselves. This game is sold up. You can't win like that. What we have told them is, this is what we have slowly conditioned. This is what they have done to us. Let's go deeper. This is what they've done to us psychologically. Psychologically, over time, they have psychologically removed our self-preservation from us. Yep, that's how I go, Kim. So if our self-preservation is gone, meaning when someone is again, natural reflex, I can't breathe, it is to fucking fight for your life when you can't breathe if you feel that there's an option for you to be able to breathe. So for that motherfucker to sit on top of you and act like, I don't know this is the thing. I don't know this is the thing. He's just trying to attack me. You are... But then again, when it's one of their women, let's go into what was in her pill bottle. So you're telling me she was on a pain med that had 66 milligrams of aspartame. And at the same time, sister, she had 17.22% of pespatane. We doing all of this to give her an excuse? You told the nigga guilty. You didn't want to hear what made Karmelo Anthony poke and run. You cared less about what he said. He was just a murderer. He just is. You don't want to know if he was on anything that day. You don't want to know what his pulse levels were like. You don't want to check the footage and revert. You didn't do none of this for this child. Again, Nolan Wells, right now, 100%. Why the fuck ain't nobody in prison? That boy did not. How does everyone get to walk away? Somebody has to account for this. No one's going home until someone accounts for this. It's on your property. This is the people he was with. One of you did something. I seen First 48. I know how it goes. You don't get to go home. You don't have foul play and go home. You don't get to go clean the evidence of the boat and go home. You are making excuses so these boys can get out because they have privilege, because they are white. Again, let's look at the nuances. They said at 7:14. This is how every time I hit a news source when it's them. This shit is so detailed. At 6:49, at that night, if they noticed, they said they heard a loud crackle. But if you dissect it this way from the angle of the what? You mean to tell me you have put Pookie and Ray Ray in jail for less? I remember this with my own two eyes. I saw this with my own two eyes. This is one of the early times of my life. I'm like 20 years old. I'm gonna tell you, this is when I knew black men and women were amazing. This was a black brother. I was in a traffic court. This brother came in here. Well, it was just regular court, but I was in there for traffic ticket. And so this brother comes in here, and he was in there because he had stole some steaks out of the local grocery store. Right? So he's in there. So now, instead of just pleading guilty, getting nowhere, he must have had some strikes. I don't know. So he must have had something, but he was like, nope, I want to go to trial. So they went to trial right there. Now he said, oh, let's call him Mr. James. Mr. James, you got representation? Mr. James said, nope, I'm representing myself. So now Mr. James had to cross-examine the cop. They arrested him, and the food, the supervisor at the grocery store saw him. Whole night did it. When I tell you, that black man mopped the fucking floor with that what's it called? The dude that work on the prosecutor side. You know what I'm talking about. He mopped the floor with him. I promise you, if I was on the jury, I'd have said that nigga not guilty. I can't prove that. Because he had, by the end of it, he had everybody saying allegedly, basically. I can't prove it. I know you did it though. But no, did you say, no, I can't say I seen it. Then how do you say? He broke them down. And this is how I know the system is rigged though. Because the defense attorney, the judge, and the DA were all sitting there chit-chatting right on intermission like they talking about playing golf. And then that day in court, after that guy mopped the floor with that DA, that judge still turned around and said, no, you're guilty. I was like, y'all fucking saying shit, man. What'd you say? I can't see nothing. What'd you say? You said these things have been going on. Oh, yeah, since the beginning. Oh, my God. What'd you say? Look, and let me tell y'all something about technology, too, guys. Ain't this funny? I did this again today. So I needed a thumbnail. So I was talking to ChatGPT, and I needed a thumbnail for something else. But this has to be dealing with them folks and their behavior. Now, I've learned with Chat, you can't be direct, like straight up. And another thing I want you to do is they ain't gonna do it. But anytime I bring them up at all, it won't generate, oh, that's not inside my guardrails. So then I said, all right, I need you to create me an image of just nigga, with a bunch of nigga. And he said, hold on a second. So I hate to tell people, this whole computer thing, all that they're doing with computers is taking away the boogeyman. There's no one to blame when AI takes over. Even though AI, I just watched reading the video. I have to catch an article I was catching up. I haven't read it yet, but from the title, it looks like a brother got his license plate tag read incorrect by one of them flock cameras, and it fucked around and messed his whole life. I think he went to jail or something. I have to read it, but ain't that crazy? But then you trying to tell me it's flawed enough, and then I ain't got nobody to talk to. I give you an example. Another thing. I keep telling people, they forced me to 300 on YouTube. They forced me to change the 300 radio name. I appreciate you guys with that necklace right there. Hold on.
Ain't hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt.
Appreciate
now they lean in when I talk. Like every line got a spark. If I rule the world, you give me first.
All right, enough. All right, let me stop. All right, I'm stopping messing with y'all. Look, but no, they forcing me to change the name of the network. They're making me change everything off, so I have to change the name. And that's what's taking so long to get the network up. I forgot what the fuck I was telling you. So get inside. Mr. Right, you messing me up. I'm out here dancing with you. I can't remember what I was telling y'all this shit. I can't even remember at all. But all I know is, man, every day we get over here, it's the same thing day in, day out. Day in, day out. It's the same thing. What is it? We got to get up here. We got to defend it. I know you need to leave me alone, mister. I'm sorry. I'm just picking with it. Oh yeah. Look, when I tell you, when I tell you AI it's well, that's what I was talking about. When I say it's the new boogeyman, look, that motherfucker. Look, AI could be a beautiful thing if it didn't have them folks running it. It would help you in so many ways. Now, it makes you so codependent on it to the point when you ain't gonna be able to do nothing no more. Creativity is gonna be gone soon. Because see, what happens is you're relying on the machine to be the creative force for you. See, at least when I do, I have to tell that thing what to do. I will never let it do it for me, per se. And it's still helping, but you get what I'm saying. But when you just basically say, I don't know what to do, give me something, that motherfucker gonna take all your creativity. So now who's the human and who's the machine? Who's answering to who now? And see, for me, that's where it can get bad because I know how them folks think. Them folks is always thinking something evil and negative, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just like I know, and I also know this. I say this all the time to people. I was gonna say this too. What was I dealing with? I was dealing with something recently. Oh, my website. That's what I'll tell you about my website. So I'm dealing with my website. They're forcing me to switch over my website to a new whole name. So I had to change the whole platform name, the whole nine. It's coming. I'll tell you guys about it soon. But in the process of it, I needed access to the back end of my website. And the company I was going through wanted to have AI talk to me. Why I gotta talk to AI when it keeps sending me to the same response over and over again, but it's not answering my question? So now I have no one to talk to, no one to respond to. There's no one to blame. You can't go. How many times? Like right now, I'm on 2 strikes on TikTok. That's why I made the backup page. Go to L.Talk page on TikTok and follow the page. That's the backup page. I'm on 2 strikes because they swore up and down. I was bullying some people. And one of the times I wasn't even fucking talking. And it's like, why? So, and now I can't contest. It could be just as easy as, hey, we can just pull the video. If you really want to go play it back, because I know you have a copy of it. If you just want to play it back and let me know where I did this at, we could go from here. No, there's no one to talk to. You did it. Deal with it. There's no one to answer to. That's the new world you're moving into. What's your question, Taz? It has been forced on us. I say, Taz, I say this all the time. Look, I say this is what they do to us. See, people say that it's your own fault. You guys wanted it. They get us hindsight. You guys just wanted the hip hop that was gangster rap. No, nigga, you didn't give us an option. So when you don't give us an option, you change the culture. Yes, people will adapt. That's human nature. So Taz, you are right. They are forcing this on you. They're gonna make it to where you can't do it. Give you an example. Use your job. Say you are amazing at your job. But at your job, you get it done in a week. But now AI has came in and it gets it done in 3 hours. Now you can't keep the fuck up. What do you think they're gonna do with you? They're gonna remove you. Don't matter how amazing you are, you're gonna be forced to use it if you want to work there. They're gonna say, well, just don't work there. Okay, we'll leave there. Then what I'm going to do? There's nowhere to work. Oh yeah, that is true. We did send all the jobs overseas or eliminate them. Sorry about that. Well, just pray to Jesus or something. I don't know. Make a way. Force it. Hustle. They'll just go hustle for it. Yes. Who said that? Sharon, you hit it on the head. Yes. You're right. That's the only answer. You're going to have to go ahead. You can't fix something through it. You're going to have to go around it. Because, see, if you're trying to fix something through it, they have barriers, parameters, back doors, things they're going to do it. Clearly them. I was just ready to say that about judges. You do know court's going to eventually do this. Court's going to bring you in. They're going to sit you down in front of it. They're going to say, Sharon, you committed such and such act. And by your vital signs, and by your palm sweaty, and your demeanor, I think there is a probability of 89%, and due to government law of 87% or higher, unfortunately, you are guilty of X, Y, and Z. You don't mean you did shit. You just nervous. It's an error in the machine. And the only time they're going to admit the error, it's going to be to help one of them. Remember I told you before? They have those things. Then, you know what they decided to do is, that day in court, they decided to pull the computer judge's back mother log, and they found that there was a small glitch between the dates of 2020. You gonna say, you motherfucker, did you look for those dates when it was everybody else? Why, ironically, is this one? Because that's the back door for themselves. You will have no one to ask, no one to whine to, no one to help you. You will become a complete slave to the system. It's the perfect disguise. And then you have cameras everywhere. I'm in Atlanta. They say Atlanta is the most surveilled city in the country. They have X amount of cameras per how many thousands of people in every inch, every turn of outdoors, indoors. In my camera that I'm using, they're everywhere. Why are you so fucking insecure that you have to be everywhere? Why do you have to run and own? It's for security, bitch. But since the beginning of time, people could not, if you said that the word that you said, it was so primitive, we functioned. Why all of a sudden today, we need to have you inside my wallpaper, listening, watching me, in my car watching with me. I saw this crazy shit online yesterday. Let me show you this, guy. Let me play this for you guys. Let me play this. Let me see if I can find this. I gotta play this for you guys. This is crazy. I know I can find it. Hold on. Cause I be forgetting and shit. Why I be looking for it sometimes. Hold on. I got to show y'all this if it's true. It's just it.
This man asked one simple question.
Hold on. I'm gonna find it. This guy's ready to tell you something about the car industry. Hold on. Is this it?
I wanted to re-upload this video so that it can reach more people that don't know what's going on with these car companies. And this video right here is one of the reasons why I keep me in old school. Look, check this shit out.
Are you sitting down? Get this. This Ford technology patent doesn't just watch you. This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a patent, serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, think about what that means. You wake up one morning. You walk out to your driveway. You climb into a vehicle with your name on the title, on property with your name on the deed. And before you go anywhere, before you've done a single thing wrong, your truck is already running your face through a law enforcement database. Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that. Ford wrote that.
People, your car is against you. Like you said, you can't just get in your own whip and do this. Tesla people shock me. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. You know what don't make no sense for Teslas don't make no sense? This man's openly told you what he think of niggas. I wouldn't get a man a coin. I've declined Ubers that was gonna have that had a Tesla was gonna come. I said, yeah, decline. I don't want you. No, sorry, Magneet. This was coming. I can't do it. But I got an echo coming from somewhere. I don't know where that bitch coming from. Let me know if y'all hear an echo somewhere. I gotta find that. They'll be watching me. It's okay. I can't do nothing about it. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just tired, people. Thank you. See, Father, I appreciate you for the video too, Pepper. But yeah. This is where we're at now. You're talking about your car probably gonna drive you to the police station. Yep. You just committed a crime. By state law, I'm required to drive you to the police station. You ain't getting away. Dukes of Hazzard days is over. People, I don't know what to say. What else we gonna do? There's nothing else left that we can do. So it is what it is. Hold on one second. Hold on. What's next up? Let me see. I hit my button.
Switch that shit, Scott.
There you go. All right. What else I got on my list? Because that was, oh God, that wasn't that long of a story today. I'm most of the time more mouthy than that right there. But anyways, this is a good pivot. I always love you. I always like when I pivot into this conversation. Rock with me, people. This is going to be just as entertaining. Again, Taz and Brittany, y'all down there, I know we love talking about this indigenous talk. Can I play this young fella? I heard this young fella, I think he's Haitian. He made this statement. And these people are delusional. And again, let me just play it for you. Let me play it for you. Hold on. Let me play this young fella. Hold on.
In the way. So since you want to get in the way and you want to get in between us and our oppressor, you're going to catch.
I mean, we're not in the way. We're not in the way. What's interesting is that these quote unquote foundational black Americans use literally the term that was gifted to you by your oppressor. Why don't you come up with some new shit? Why don't you come up?
Sir. Sir. That's what you hang your head on. Again, why did you feel the need? Why did he feel like when that young lady, y'all didn't hear because I cut off, but the young lady was passionate. Stop talking disrespectful. Stop coming and be disrespecting the soil and the people. I don't like this. You're going to have to stop. This is how she's talking. And he feels the need to, first of all, why you take your oppressor's name of you since you did? See, I ain't got nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say to it. It's just, you go nitpick like that? You raggedy mother. And if you see this anyway.
But with a new term, why would you say foundational Black American?
What would you like for me to call myself, sir? Since the way we call ourselves is so important to you, what would you suggest that we call ourselves? Like it matters.
When Black is a term used to misappropriate you from your true heritage.
Look, I'm going to claim blackness. You go claim your dirt cookies. We'll just do that. How about we do that? You claim the dirt cookies. I claim the blackness. We just own what we is. Okay?
So then why would you use that term? I don't know. That's a little bit interesting. That's one. I also don't know how old this chick is, but I remember at least when I was younger,
No, here comes the lie. He's ready to lie right now. I promise you he's ready.
My older siblings and my older cousins really went through this, but about how, Black people are not the most accepting of different cultures, especially when they come from Haiti or whatever. So just because you are the shitbag for the white supremacists and they, stick their dick in you and they do whatever to you, instead of actually going after the white supremacists, you fucking go after the other groups that are smaller. That happens all the time. So
now, can I ask you a question? My people, my family, black man, black woman. Who are we attacked? Who do we go after? What have we oppressed? What have we stopped? What have we told you can't do? What have we shut down? What have we done anything? And your ragged ass say something, I'm going to shut down whatever you talking about. You got some slick to say, I'm going to remove our business, our time, our effort, our energy from you. That's what any self-respecting person would do. But this whole you getting attacked, you just, again, I don't take anyone serious that just going to make some shit up. No, that's called entitlement. I honestly, the one thing about, this is why I say I'm very fair when it comes to being honest about it. Because here's one thing about our own culture that I cannot stand. It's actually, it's like a badge of shame to me. I've had to get over this shameful part of us. And you know what that is? The fact that we were so goddamn gullible that we allowed people to play in our fucking face this long. Everybody's been doing it. Now that we have retroactively looking back, you can see where other groups of people have been playing in your face, giggling behind your back, and then moving in front of you all at the same time, and we didn't see none of it. So yes, that is a badge of fucking shame for me. But no more. No more. And if you don't have to like it, you don't have to give a fuck. But we ain't gonna do that. We are the prom queen, and we have been allowed the ugly duckling to stand in front of us because we thought there was some solidarity. Fuck that. No. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm on. Side note, I'm gonna tell you something else I saw. And I have I ain't gonna say I love hate. I don't agree with this fella all the time. But I saw a Dane Calloway video, and something he said. He hit it on the freaking head, though. And I say this all the time about slavery. They're always trying to convince us, for some apparent fucking reason, that we African too. Excuse my language. I love TikTok. Naturally, see, you just got here. I've been cussing and everything. I knew you wanted it. I knew it. So, he said something about Africa I've been saying for the longest of time, and it lets me know that we're not the same people. There's no way possible we are. And we didn't use our common sense when we were told the stories we were fed in school. Let me let him speak first, and then we'll come back and address it.
They stole 12.5 million from Africa. So what war took place in Africa for that to happen? What was these great wars that took place between Africans and so-called Caucasians? Y'all act like these had multiple people that looked like Thanos and Dr. Doom, and they had the Avengers or something. Y'all giving these people too much credit.
Now, if you are a fan of Lindsay.Scott. I appreciate you for showing up, people. Hit the follow button if you're not following. If you don't, they're not going to show you again. But if you're a fan of the platform, then you know I say all the time, it is quite ironic that the one times that they was always whooping up on us, punching us in the face, wiping us out, taking our ladies by force. But men just fall short in battle because they are the baddest motherfuckers in the world. They do all this stuff. That's what they did before the camera, before video. Only in books as they write the story. And I say to myself all the time, isn't it ironic? So I say to Africans, where is the story of the battles between you and the white man? Because you still have been holding on. And I'm going to tell you, some of my master teachers preach the same thing. So I've heard the Dr. Benders and them and the Dr. Renoko Rashidi and them. I've heard a lot of people talk about how, they were tricked. It was rival tribes that they just sold off those people to. And I remember they said a lot of these things, and I heard those things. But I remember in the John Henry Clark days, they were talking about 100, 200 million people at that time. I remember that's how they were talking. But now let's decrease it down to 12.5. 12.5 million people. 12.5 million people on a boat, not a ship, on a boat. Going over the most treacherous waters in the known world. With a loincloth over their titties in their ass. They did 12.5. And there's no tale of a story of a war. There's a tale of a story of nobody battling. You mean to tell me these men were so superior to y'all that they whooped up on y'all that much that they colonized the whole continent? I don't believe they fought them people like that. I believe that these people have psychologically weaseled their way into everything. That's how they move. That's how they move today. That's why I don't believe in the fairy tale of them having this mighty elite whoop up on. No. They don't do that. They subjugate you slow. They infiltrate. They divide and conquer. They don't attack. But every time you turn on an old movie or something, they trying to show you somebody over there. We went to war. You ain't did shit. You don't. You don't fight. You're not coordinated enough to do it. You're not. You're not going to go on the continent of Africa, even though these are some of the most non-violent people in the world. You start striking them. Believe you me, one or two of you going to slap up on you. You're going to feel it. You're going to run. I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, Nat. This is for entertainment purposes only, people. This is not even a real story. This is all phony. This is crazy. I know. You should imagine a traffic jam. Well, they said 36,000 boat ride, 36,000. That's a lot of goddamn boats in the water, ain't it? Europe wouldn't have no trees left if they had 36,000. Remember, these boats started in Europe. Europe shouldn't have no trees left after 36,000 wooden boats, should it? Entertainment purposes only. You right. But I say this to say this. Then, too, let's even take the Elmina Castle. See, the African people don't have a slave story. If they don't have a slave story, then how do you have an Elmina Castle where you stored niggas until the boat came? That means you knew about the slave people. But why there ain't no slave story? Why is it that you knew that these people were in this building on your soil? They hadn't left yet. How did the castle exist? Why did this camp with this captain who lost people went out hunting and looking and said, yo, you seen Kunta? Yo, I ain't seen Kunta in a minute. Where he been? Let's go. Hey, this nigga was out there fetching water. Let's go look. You go that way, I go this way. And you got to end up where he was at. And when you get there, you said, no, fuck that. They taking people. Let's all fight and get rid of them. Why did this happen? They had a castle. I think multiples. You couldn't stop them. They had a musket. At best, one shotter. Boom. Boom. They said, well, the black man didn't know what a gun looked like, so they were terrified of it. Okay. They saw what the bitch did when it hit you. And they saw when they shot and the bitch missed a lot too. They said, shit, this is my chance. Eventually it's gonna kick in. This whole thing, no. You notice on the continent of Africa, why don't they just go in and just dominate? Since all the oil and all the other stuff, why don't they just go in there and wiping people out and just take all of that? No, they methodically, slowly, indirectly just break you until you do their will. That's how they move. That's how they got. Look, if we ever want to know how they took control, again, entertainment purposes only. I heard this story somewhere. If you ever want to know how they took control of the United States, what is now the United States of America, this part of this country, this part of this world, where these amazing black folks were the first people here to kiss my ass, you other people. Allegedly, I heard. It was not through force. Did they enslave people? Yes. You want to know who they were? Africans. They did. So I do believe the slave trade happened. I do believe African people came here. I do believe African people got mixed in with other people that were here because they were niggas. I do believe this. I don't think it was 12.5 million people in the whole slave trade. And I damn sure don't even think it was 380,000 here or whatever number it was. All that I know is, and those African people is the ones you see on the plantation. Let me break it down for you, lum nuts and my loves in the back. Imagine the story this way versus the way that you've always told it. Let's wipe out the story. We're going to create a brand new story real quick. This is fiction. Fictional story. How about there are millions of black people already here, and you bring over a handful of African people. Phenotypically, you know what African people look like. You know what Mbutu and Emmanuel looks like now. You know what he looks like. You know what L-Dot looks like, right? Both people say, oh, y'all both African. No, we both melanated people. So now, when you see old people of pictures on those plantations, who do they look more like closer to, L-Dot or Mbutu? Mbutu. Now, they're going to tell you, no, nigga, you just got the white man humped you out of everything. Again, you are trying to convince me, in some form or fashion, black men who even today, if they see someone harming a woman, it's the only group of people who dives into action. We, as a collective, on a mass scale, meaning millions of niggas, watched our women get handled this way over and over and over again because Mazda couldn't do. No, that's not how they work. If they worked like that in the time that they said then, they would damn sure work like that now. One thing I know about these people, nobody ever regresses. It evolves. It does not regress. Can you tell me one time the bills went up and they came back down? It don't. Can you tell me the time the gas prices shot through the roof and they came back down to where they were at? They don't. They'll do this. If gas was I remember when I first started driving, I'm ready to age myself. 89, 99, and 109, that was gas prices. Now, if you take 89, 99, and 109, and you shoot that motherfucker to $5.99, and then you hold it at $5.99 for 3 years, and then you bring it back down to $3, because that's what you really wanted to move it to, they're going to say, woo, there we got to finally start bringing them gas prices back down. No, nigga, you just had 2 years of hell so they can implement what they wanted to do in the first place. Everything is about manipulation with these people. I don't know if we're ever going to get that. I don't think we're ever going to understand that when it comes to this. Nothing that you do is there to benefit you. These people have lied to us at every fucking turn. I still hear people online today trying to have the argument that black Americans is coming from somewhere else, but for some reason can't nobody produce what the fuck you produce. No, if we say the Asians are good at math, you can't just say, oh, I'm close to them. Like, classic example. If the Chinese are good at mathematics, till we say arithmetic is Chinese arithmetic is the hardest shit in the world. We don't confuse that with a Filipino when it comes to math. So how the fuck, just because you from over there and I'm from here, we have similar phenotype, don't mean we the same fucking thing. But this whole notion, you have to be underneath me, I know why that is. That ain't for me, nigga, that's for you. You need me. That's what it is. The reason why Ghana's over here trying to speak for the United States is because they feel the delineation. You need me. And instead of saying, I need you, I've disrespected the relationships, I'm sorry, let me do better, you tried to shame me. Then you tried to confuse me. Then you decided to denigrate me and move around me. No, sorry, people. That's not a friend. That's not a relationship I want to be in. Call me selfish. Call me wrong. Say I don't love people. I don't care what you say. I'm not wrong here. I'm not wrong for not taking your fucking disrespect from none of y'all. I'm not wrong for that. You ain't wrong for it either. These people boast their chest loud and proud telling you how fucked up we is because we won't just sit back and let them talk shit. No. I'm gonna tell you what, I was leaving the airport. I'm in Phoenix. Leaving the airport. I ear hustled 3 dudes sitting in the corner. Now, these 3 dudes are obviously, and I knew they weren't from here. And I kept hearing in their conversation, they black American man, and they black American man, and they black American. I was like, God damn, why y'all talking about us so much? Wowza. Mind you, you winning. Look, I'm gonna tell you why you should shut the fuck up, all of y'all. Y'all all winning. In the grand scheme of things of how this country is being structured, the only shot that we have of getting in front of any of y'all is in our solidarity. It has to be, because at every other turn, we have been shut out. So, meaning, if we don't go inward and become a collective build to get that power comes back, we won't survive. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Y'all people don't see yourselves as us. You know that's 1. 2, they have put all of you in front of us in some form or fashion. Remember, Nigerians, you talk shit. Hey, we just doing better than y'all. That means you're being prioritized if you were. You're not, but if you were, they're getting prioritized. I've heard institutions say they're looking for foreign blacks over normal blacks. I've heard this. I've played this on the show multiple times. I'm not making this up. So that means someone is putting you in front of me. So you're already winning. You should be, the thing you should be doing is like, y'all, it's unfortunate, man. This is what a humble nigga with this your friend would do. When you and your homeboy both go try for the basketball team, he make it, you don't. He wants to celebrate, but he feel bad for you. It's almost like, man, it was tough out there, yeah. It's just fucked up how they did. That's how your friend gonna be talking. Nah, nigga, this was always better than you, nigga. We brothers, but I'm better than you. That's brotherhood, nigga. No, that's not how I do it, brother. That's not brotherhood I want. Okay. So that's all it is. And I can say, and I got another one here, because hold on, let me see if I can find it. These raggedy mother. Woo, these raggedy motherfuckers. Shit, boy. Hold on. That was Masterpiece Return. Oh, side of too. Let me say this. I gotta play this too. I meant to play this yesterday. Did I play this yesterday? I can't remember. Look, it's getting hard out here economically, y'all. And I know I should be playing this. Where it go? God damn it, where'd she go? I knew I didn't take her out the list. Hold on. Oh, please say I didn't take this lady out the list. Hold on. Hold on. No. Fuck. I must have did. Look, this lady was in here. She was letting you know how hard it is. It's getting hard out here, y'all. Money getting low. Women starting to have to do things that they don't normally do to make some money. Oh, come on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because I may have it still. I'm going to be mad if I find it after I get out there. Hold on. I guess I did get rid of it. Fuck. I wanted to play it. But she was like, I had to give up. She was like, I haven't had sex in 2 years. And I got to give her some punani to pay my light bill. I was like, God damn. And then I got to give her my punani again to pay the gas bill. And I agree with the dude posted video. Bitch, white. Oh, here you go. I found it.
I haven't had sex in 2 years. Now I gotta give some of this cookie up to get my lights back on. To try to get my lights back on. I had to give some of my cookie up to get my lights back on.
Y'all are proud to openly say this?
Stop shaming that lady.
And then I'm gonna have to give up some more cookie for the gas.
I'm sorry. Hey, look. I'm sorry. I thought, and I know that and look, I'm not laughing at her, because I know she obviously, if she been holding on for 2 years, she ain't nothing happened. Now, I'm gonna be honest with the brother. I don't know why she posted this shit online. I don't. But for my amusement, this shit was fucking funny. I'm sorry. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, let me move.
Switch that shit, Scott.
I ain't gonna hold y'all up as long. Let me see what else I can find real quick. All righty then. Let me see what else I got here. All right, so let me go back. I got a couple more things I want to talk. I want to keep it on the lines of race. I mean, about people, because I got a couple of things. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something too. This is a subject I did want to talk about. Now, it's coming out in multiple ways that Tyson's Chicken is behind all the companies that are selling chicken to you guys. And if you know anything about Tyson facilities, I've heard some rumors, some not so fun facts about how their process of you get it. I've heard the smell is I've just heard things, right? And I wanted to take the time to say this about this subject. I need for people to understand that that's the world that they're moving you into. I say this a few times. The world we're moving into is a world to where you're going to get one option. Walmart's going away. Target's going away. I did bring this up before. You're going to go to Amazon. Personal websites, e-commerce websites, they're going to take those away. They're going to go away. Then they're going to tell you have to pay some type of premium fee to be able to process or sell anything because they want to. Look, the man, whoever runs this entire thing, groups of people, whoever do it, the men in black, whoever the fuck runs this whole thing, because it ain't your president, whoever runs this whole thing, I think they're not going to stop until they have complete 100% domination and control. Now, that is some big britches to want to live and be that. I'm going to tell you. That's how I know. Look, I'm going to tell you. You want to know why L Dot is so goddamn animated? And speaking in third person. Oh, my God. You want to know why I'm so animated? It is because if someone, some group, some people, I don't know, human or not, I don't know, but somebody is so goddamn ambitious is they was willing to say, I want to dominate the world. Superman style. I mean, completely, to where everyone answers to me. Do you know the ambition of a motherfucker like that? So for me, I just think it's too small. You can't put this energy that is me into like, no, fuck that. No, I need to spread my wings. I got to get out. And so that's why I say for me, this again, that's why I say what you believe the world to be, I know is way deeper. I don't know where the rabbit hole goes. I don't know how it ends. I don't know where we know. I just know this. What you think you own, you ain't own. Where you think you at, you ain't at. What you think you are, you ain't at. Whatever you think to be true isn't true. You are living in a world that was an illusion. They told you in the movie, welcome to Oz. That motherfucker was telling you in the movie, this is a place. Well, everything is on purpose. I heard that before. Television, the same thing in life. They do everything on purpose. Remember, your neighborhood that is every city that I go into, and I have been all over this country. Every city that I go into that has a black population, they have funneled some form of fashion of that black people into one area and deprived it of resources. You know what that means, people? You don't stop and think deep enough. That means that was not Gary, Indiana that had poor neighborhood. That wasn't Southside Chicago that just had a poor neighborhood. That is, I am going to deprive every one of these cities. Is going to be a designated area for those niggers. You can't say it that hard. Do you know what that means, people? People, that means they know at every turn, every which way, how to take care of you, how to make it better. You want to know how? Because they know how to make it worse. I only know what Jesus is. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but it's just crazy to me. But I just want people to know, truly, when I say that, everything is on purpose. So you're going to get your Amazon is going to be your supplier of goods and services. You're going to get all your stuff delivered to you. You're going to live in that 15-minute city because they're going to say the resources cannot handle anything other than that. Remember, they're already telling you about the grids. Why you keep hearing about the fucking grids all the time? The grids. You're hearing about stuff where they're getting the shit normal for you. You're going into something like you've never seen before. And the crazy part about it, it's going to be such a slow walk that you're not going to feel it yet. But by like 2050, you're going to say, wait a minute. money. Nigga, I remember, and it's gonna be my day. Remember my day, we didn't have to pay for this. Remember my day, this was free. That's what we're gonna be here all the time. I don't know why people do not understand that. I don't. I appreciate you people, man. Hit the like button. Shut the live, people. It just. Anyways, let's move on. Moving on. I was gonna try to find this. So let me say this here. So I don't like him, so I ain't gonna talk about it. Boop, ain't gonna do that. Talk about that tomorrow. I gotta get off of that. What was one more thing I wanted to show you guys? What was it? Let's just
trend that you are tired of seeing.
I'm tired of seeing men breathe.
Why do they keep doing that?
So I see a bad bitch. I'm not even finna say her act.
An astounding show of support today for Lindsay, Clancy.
This is that Lindsay thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna see what else I got for you guys. Hold on, I got a couple of here, like this right here. Can you people? Why you can't let us leave us be? Listen to this raggedy bitch.
The Haitian influence on New Orleans culture runs so deep that I don't think that you know that every time you make a pot of red beans, every time you put it on a stove, you are participating in a tradition built by that connection. So much of New Orleans is influenced by when people came from Haiti or Saint Domingue after the Haitian Revolution.
You know what she's talking about? After the Haitian Revolution, this is why I say it pays. If you want to take the white tea man history, because their history matches her history. The history that she's going to tell is that this Haitian takeover it was a Haitian takeover in New Orleans. No, the fuck it wasn't. This is what it was. After the Haitian Revolution, they had white tea people that were still there that they took in as refugees, and they brought some nickel slaves that they kept underneath their watch because they kept some of them enslaved. You had a handful of them, I think they said less than, 500 people came over or something like that. There were actually people from Haiti that were free people. The rest of them was some enslaved folks that was on them. They done brought this up here and made these little handful of people all of New Orleans culture. Now, forget the fact of every other major city in this goddamn country that black folks is from here has built a rich and a powerful culture. But down there, they couldn't do it. They had to wait for the Haitians to show up. See how stupid these people say? Why do you need to take credit for anything that we do? Nobody in America is saying, you know what, we went over there and gave y'all flair when we did. No one says this, even though black folks is even the creators a lot of times of your own music. It makes no sense to me. But I digress. I digress. Let's move on with this, people. Listen to what this young fella had to say.
Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from black people. Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie.
Let me get you hit again.
Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. No. We actually took it from black people.
So it feels like this entire COVID, which we know is just a big lie, this whole thing for the last 2 years, really, is it fair to say, Santos, before you go, that this never would have happened if we would have been just more awake and knew where we were? And this, so their ploy so far has played out. They were able to pull off this COVID thing because we've been programmed for so long. Right?
Yes, brother. Yeah, they did a mud flood. They did some plagues. They did it to the Chinese with opium. They did it to the Australians. They did it to the American Indians with smallpox.
Yep.
They just go into a country, plague the whole place out, and then take over their buildings. New York was already there for thousands of years. San Francisco was there for thousands of years. Los Angeles was there for thousands of years. They were built by the indigenous people who were black and Indians as well.
So, see, I knew you were going to say that, Taz. Ain't nobody trying to believe that goddamn story about New Orleans. But listen, let me say this, people. Just like same thing in the Middle East, same thing. Listen, let me just say this, people. Look, it's just obvious, man. It's obvious. Look, I get it, African. I get it. You think we self-hating. Everybody in their mama is on one accord. Why does people who have open disdain for black Americans, meaning the white tea people, meaning the Asians, I've heard people from other groups, why does all of these people still feel the need to tell the truth, but you want to hold on. Man, the DNA says that you from here. Nigga, you may need to get rid of your whole notion that that's going to be a thing, okay? That's the thing that's killing me right now for people. That's your smoking gun when everybody else is saying this. And now I'm going to say this all the time. I just sat there and told you guys. These people did not come over here and whoop up on us. Now that we've established that we are the people from here, our families, our lineage, the people from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Michigan. Yes, motherfucker. Michigan is my home. All them folks that was here, even in places that we don't get to travel to like that anymore, the Dakotas, the Wyoming, where it was all over there too. We were all over this nation building. All over South America building. All over Canada building. People built nations. Black folks. Beautiful, melanated black folks. These people, it makes sense now. They didn't whoop up on nobody. I'll come over here and I'll get you sick. You dirty, nasty. Smallpox, I can believe it. So now you've crippled our nation so bad. It took the rest of the time to weasel your ass up into this thing. Yes, I can see how you can take it over. Makes perfect sense to me. But this whole, we just whooped up on you, man. We just got into a fight. We beat up. Can someone tell me in what era, what year, any given time, anybody putting their money on the white T guy? Why do you think they celebrate so goddamn hard when they do win a fight? Because the shit is rare. So it's just, to me, I'm done. I can't take the lies. I can't take the stories. I can't take, you know, that's true. That is not fucking true. Stop playing with me. None of this is real. None of what you're saying is real. None of what you told us was real. Now I get why in school that we had to do the Cowboys and Indians from kindergarten on. You want to know why? Nigga, we have to start this with reinforcement of this shit early. Indians look like them. You won't know where around. You were in a boat. Go home and watch Roots every day. Watch Roots. Roots come on TV. Remember, Roots was coming on ABC in the 70s. Nigga, you wanted everybody to see it. They didn't even want to make you pay for it. Nigga, you got to watch this. You from over there. Kunta Kinte, Mandinga Warrior. And right after that, 10 years later, here comes African American. Wait a minute. The fix is in, brothers. Anyways, I digress. But that's all it is. The fix was in. But I can do this all day long.
Why would you kill off the natives to bring slaves from across an ocean?
I ain't even gonna do it.
TikTok just be dropping me off anywhere. Y'all look at this video. I got super sick for a week.
I'm not gonna play this video right here. It's another video, totally different subject. But this girl it's not the black girl that's talking. She's showing a video of a white T girl. I'm not gonna play because the girl talks long, but the white T girl is on, I guess, TikTok somewhere on her social media on a live. She's explaining to everyone how you have to be careful because places like Walmart and places have been robbing you through your bank account for years. And you know what this raggedy simpleton was calling? She didn't know that when you got cash back at the register, that it was coming out your bank account. She thought she was getting that cash back because she was using coupons. She thought the coupons added up to coupon dollars. And so she thought that she was converting her coupons into cash. So when she found out that when she was getting $20, $5, $10, stuff like that, when she found it was coming out of account, she was like, oh my God, guys, they're doing it. Be careful of this. And I say this to say this about this when it comes to this raggedy imbecile. What a wonderful world to live in, to know that I can be that dumb. I can't say it. I can be that unsmart. And there's still a mechanism and a protection in place that will tell me that you can still be the manager. You can still be over a crew of niggas. You can still have a bigger house and a more comfortable existence and breath fresh water and be that dumb. You can take that black person that has, like, I'll give you an example for me. I'm gonna tell y'all ladies one time, because men don't never get to tell you how they feel without feeling angry. I'm not angry, so I can tell you a true feeling. As a black man in America, and I try to see how many I can speak for. You guys, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I don't know. But as a black man in America, it's no harder thing than to be told from a very early age that, now, I was a knucklehead. Let me tell you this. I have to walk you down here and then I'll let you go. Very early age, I was very, very knuckleheadish. I wanted to cut corners. I didn't want to work hard at anything. I tell people all the time I wanted to be an entertainer at 17. I was going to move to Hollywood, sleep in my car, and be on the Jamie Foxx show. So this is all the things I wanted to do. But I ain't want to take no acting class, nothing. I was going to do it. And you go from that young version, then you start having children, you start maturing, you start getting older, and eventually you kick in. And when you kick in adulthood, you realize you got to go off, you got to do something. So, and especially start educating yourself, because the main thing you start learning once you want to be something. And see, for me, I'll be honest, when my last daughter was born, I remember what did it for me. I remember the day she was born, I remember going to bed, I was like, all right, Elle, you got to get your shit together. So that's what it was. It was about educating yourself. What's the best way to be the best role model for these goddamn children, right? That's what it was going to be. And so really everything changed at that moment for me. So as that happens, I'm going through life, I'm going through existence, and as I'm learning, but I'm failing at every turn. But I'm doing all the things that they say, you know, you get up, you grind, you go out, you do this, you work hard, you work 2 and 3 jobs. But nigga, I can't make headway. Alternator go out, the whole life crumbles. Everything happens. Fall apart. Air conditioning go out, oh, everything crumbles. And you're struggling. And you get into, and I can see how a lot of men, especially when they get into their 50s and 60s, they get bitter. Because they did everything. Tell about the older men who got into they did 30 and 40 years on their jobs, and they was trying to get their pensions, and they walked away with $100 a month because the pension got gambled away at the stock market, and that's all they got. Shit like that. This is unfair. This is unfair. This is the existence of black men. And then to be told for black men a lot of times, you know, along the way while he's going through all of this trials and errors. Because most of the time, like for me, I tell you all the time, even though I was raised in a 2-parent household, when I left home, I had no usable skill set. I had to learn my shit. I left home too early, I guess. I don't know. But I had to learn usable skill sets. And you don't get it a lot of times until you get older. Look, see, when you're young as black folks, I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. When I was younger, I remember thinking that you could pray and God was going to bless you. Or when I wasn't delusional, you thinking that, you know, it's just my turn when it's just going to luckily. No, this shit don't happen like that. This world has designed itself. Once you get older and realize this world is designed to crap on niggas. It has got so many barriers and mechanisms in play. The people who actually make money a lot of times is one or two things. 3 ways you make money in this world as you're a black person to sustain yourself. 1, you are 6'8" nigga, and you are 6'10", 300-pound fast nigga. Somebody they can monetize on a field or a court. You can make a living. If you are another way that you can do it, if you can literally figure out how to do something that no one else can do, this is the hardest way to get it done. And become an entrepreneur at it and still can sell ice water to a person to an Eskimo, then you can make some money. Not everybody's built that way. Most people are not built that way. Then you got the third way, you got people who are trying to go to school, do things like that. But then let's just be honest, every successful person that they tell us is uber duper rich, that never people go through school. And then when you go through, and on a side note, I'm gonna say this, and then when you go through school, you ever realize when you go through school and you finish going through school, you come out, you still gotta run into these people, and then they're telling you, cause like I remember the days of the Catch-22. Y'all remember that? Let me get focused. You remember the days of the Catch-22 when they would say things like this to you? We need you to have experience to work here. You say, oh, okay, let me go get the experience. You go get the experience, they say, You're working at the job as an assistant. You getting all the experience. Hey, I helped him. I have all the experience. I can really do this job. Yeah, but you don't have a degree. If you had a degree, we would give it to you. It was always an excuse. So I used to always tell people when my daughters got old enough to go to school, the reason why I wanted them to go to college wasn't because I bought into the system. I don't. I just needed them to do something to give them a skill set, something they had to be licensed for. Because if they didn't get licensed for something and anybody can do it, they're not going to make any money at it. There are 2 black girls in the system that's designed for them to fail. I have to get them to do exceptional things. That's my way of feeding them. If you go get something with a license, it's hard that other people are not doing. It's hard. It's easier for you to make money that way. That's the third way. I'm sorry. That's like I said. But when we see what we do with our children, we send them into school with no plan. And then they take something that they find fun. And unfortunately, fun for us, because we've been psychologically moved into this way, is actually this. You know what fun is? Entertainment. Because I fell for it. So this is not judgment. I did the same thing. I wanted to be an entertainer. I did stand up for 12 years. God damn it. This is, you do these types of things. But at the end of the day, it's not really designed for any of us to make a living. So I'll be honest with you. I'm saying I was going to say this, and I'll leave it alone. As a black man in this country, it's the reason why I harp on do for self so much is because I've realized and I figured out a while ago that there's no one else that even is going to care. Like, only person I can talk to another black man, I can talk to another black woman. She's the only person, he's the only person that will look at me and say, I care what he's saying. I agree, because I'm going through the same thing. I don't have no safety in that either. It's better we band together than do this shit alone, because I can't do it no more by myself. That's where we're actually at. That's what all I'm preaching. So if I say FBA, that's what I mean. I finally found my group of people who love being a part of this group and want to do it in an honest, open, and loving fucking way. And at every turn, we keep hearing people tell us at every turn that we're the problem, you're the bad person. Sounds just like white people to me. That's what they do to us. They always project on us how we the bad people, we the horrible people. If we just did it this way, if we just did it that way, if we just fixed ourselves. No. I tell people like this, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you ain't no fixing me, ain't no changing me. It's either you going to like this version of me right now or you can't roll with this. I don't be fixed and changed. Yes, am I compassionate? Can I be moved? Can I do things differently? If I choose to, yes. But this whole notion, he's going to be good, but I'm going to change this. No, motherfucker, get away from me. Side note, I'm done with that, but a side note. I was watching Pop the Balloon from last night. I'm sorry, Nashville. I love TikTok shop. Oops. Look, side note, I was watching, and I'm going to get out of here after this, but I was watching, what's the name of the fucking show? Pop the Balloon last night, right? So I'm watching Pop the Balloon, and I don't know if you guys saw this week's episode from all that now, and this was like an older group of ladies, and I'm not picking at all. I just was very discouraged when I watched this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. Because I want to do a whole fucking show off this shit. These women bothered my spirit. Ma'ams, at 49, I don't want to hear shit about swag. Yeah, I didn't choose him because he ain't had no swag. Bitch, you was 50. What the fuck are you talking about swag? Look, I'm all for matter of fact, I'm going to save it. I'm going to do it another show. That's what we're doing. Matter of fact, we're going to slow walk it because I don't even want to tell you about it. I want to show you this raggedy bitch. Anyway, people. Now, don't give me the eyes. Look, before I get out of here, remember, guys, every day that I finish here, I get a little bit closer to finishing up the website. I'm going to be good, I promise. Finishing up the website. So you guys will be able to come over there. Everything's going to be amazing. I promise you. I can't wait for you guys to see it and come on over. And like I say, it's going to be a very, very good time. Until then, I'm going to tell you more about it. I'm still working hard on it. I'm trying to get it up by the middle of next week. Hopefully by the top of next week, if I have a good weekend. We'll see what happens. But I'm working on that, and I want to let you guys know that. So again, the 300 radio platform that's on YouTube. Taz and all you guys, don't get lost when you see the name change, okay? And I ain't get that email either, chick. Okay? You send me that email. But all right. But I appreciate you guys. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off. I ain't going to do no music today. All right. I'm going to do the music. Music's coming. When the website come back up, I got something special for everybody we're going to do. We're going to do things a lot differently. Again, I appreciate all the love. For the people who was in here who are not following the channel, appreciate you. Go ahead and follow the channel. That way you'll be here for tomorrow. Tomorrow's show going to be amazing. Guess what tomorrow is? It's fucking Friday tomorrow. Friday come in, we get real loose. Conversation going to get a lot lighter. So we won't do such heavy conversation. We try to help the algorithm out by giving some lighter content. Tomorrow be Friday. We're going to come in, bring in some tea, shots, coffee. Bring something, then we're going to do this. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. And y'all going to have a blast with me too. All right? I appreciate you guys. All right? Until next time, I bid you adieu. L. Dot, I'm out. Check you guys on the next one.